Alright, what's up? Whoever's here. Just getting ready to go out and hopefully make a little money, make a little more money than we made last night. To anyone who came along for last night's, I don't know if I wouldn't call it a delivery experience because there weren't any. But, was trying to go out and do some Uber Eats and DoorDash last night and it just did not go well. I hope tonight goes a little bit better. And if it does, you might not see me again today, or we might go live a little bit later. Hey, what's going on? Scott, good to see you. Everybody who's here. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been a weird few days for me. I'll get more into that here in a minute. I'm still right behind the 8 ball, though. I tried again with YouTube today just to see if there's a way that I can get the money that I'm owed without having to wait until next month. And that's not going to happen. Whatever. So, yeah, anyway, hope everybody's doing well again. Scott, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So, I got a picture of a scooter up here. Um, that should be on its way to me, and it's not anybody's fault. Well, it's not Ed's fault that it's not. I just got a message from our pal Ed, who bought the S2R Plus, and was wondering if there's tracking information that he could forward to me or something like that. I haven't even. This just happened, and I haven't had a chance to investigate the whole situation yet. But what seems to have happened is he paid for the scooter, and I've seen the proof of that. And then Highboy doesn't have it in their system or something, and he's had to wrestle with them. And sorry about that, Ed. I didn't know that there was going to be. I've never had any issues like that with Highboy before myself. So his last communication was basically, let's see how this plays out. Maybe we go another way if this doesn't work out, and he's got to cancel the order or something and try to get his money back. I mean, obviously he doesn't want to pay for nothing. So that's a hassle. I was hoping to have that thing as soon as tomorrow. Um, but again, it's certainly not Ed's fault, and I appreciate the trouble that Ed has gone through and the expense, and much more on that again in the future. But for the moment, yeah, this thing that should have arrived, well, as early as tomorrow, I guess, isn't even on its way yet, and may never be. And that's just another. I don't know. It just seems like that's the way things are going lately. But I'm sorry it happened to Ed, and now he's got to deal with this. So anyway, hey, what's up? How you doing, buddy? And everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. I could be doing a lot better, but I suppose it could always be worse then too, right? So I'm gonna try not to complain too much. But I'm spent for the day. I've had a really stupid couple of days. Hey, Big Boys PV, what's going on, buddy? Just like I'm beat. I'm ready to pack it in, and I have to go out and deliver food and hope that I make a lot more money than I'm gonna make tonight. I mean, there's only so optimistic a person can be under the circumstances. It's if you saw last night's live stream, it was all $2, $3, $4, nothing that made any sense to take as far as deliveries. You got a new Highboy scooter, Big Boys PEV? Or is there a new Highboy scooter? I might not be getting one. If you missed that part, Ed is wrestling with Highboy now to try and get the thing sent out. He paid for it over the weekend, and as I understand it, and this is all like breaking news, I don't have the entire story and all the details yet, but as I understand it, he paid and is expecting a scooter, obviously, and they don't have it in their system for some reason, Highboy. But I know that he paid. He sent me a screenshot of it. So yeah, I just heard from him in text message form a minute ago, and I don't know all the details yet, but as of now, there is no new scooter. One hasn't been shipped yet anyway. It's been paid for, but it hasn't gone out yet, and may not. So, I mean, we'll see how this plays out. I feel bad for Ed for having to go through all the trouble. This should have been a smooth transaction, and I don't know what's going on with Highboy right now, but yeah, so no new scooter on the way at the moment. Yeah, he did order it from Highboy, Chris. So, I don't know. It's just bad all around. And if you missed the part, I was wrestling with YouTube earlier again this morning trying to get paid. I'm still right behind the 8 ball. And, if I have to, until I get more of these flashing LED lights and similar ones that are going to start coming to me next week, my inventory is depleted. I have none to sell online, really. So they're going to start to get here next week, and I'm going to be able to sell some of those and make a little more money, or similar ones to those. But right now, like, the only option for me to get money between now and when I need it absolutely on Friday morning is to do food delivery while I'm waiting for other stuff to get here, waiting for that scooter to arrive if it's gonna. Hey Fro, what's going on? Hey Steve, good to see you guys. So, I don't know, it's been just another frustrating day, and again, sorry for Ed for having to go through this hassle with Highboy now, which seems unnecessary. And hey, Matt Ross, what's going on, buddy? So, yeah, I have to go out in a little while, a few minutes, on the scooter that I do have, and hope to God that it holds together for a few more days at least. And just go see what kind of money I can make tonight. It's got to be a whole lot more than $3, and I can't believe that that's all it amounted to last night. It really is getting so bad with food delivery around here. But, we'll see what tonight holds, and maybe I check in with you during, or maybe I come back afterwards. But I think we're going to do another live stream. I'm not going to keep it limited to a secret meeting today. It's kind of windy outside. The wind's actually supposed to pick up around the time the sun goes down and then back off like right after that. So it's at least as windy out now as it was last night towards the end. And that makes for a slightly less than enjoyable scooter riding experience, but it's still certainly doable. Hey, Halibut, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, in a few minutes, I just had to gather up motivation. Alright. Cold, that sucks. Good to see all you guys. Hope everybody's having a good day, night, morning, whatever time it is where you are. I know a lot of people watch from all over this thing. Hold on, I'm having brain farts. I'm so tired. That's possible, I guess, Big Boys PEV, but it has been, and I think it's been enough time that it should show up. They should have some record of it by now. It should be on its way by tonight. really kind of at the latest. So I don't know. Again, it wasn't my transaction. Um, so there's nothing I can do about it other than just kind of wait to see how it turns out. But I hope it's not any more stressful for Ed, because he's the one who kind of went out of his way to put this together, and there's going to be more on that in the future. You guys will get the whole story. So I don't know, but yeah, I was expecting that thing to be on the way by now, and it's definitely not Ed's fault that it's not. I mean, he ordered it the same day that we talked about it and sent me a screenshot of it. So yeah, it's just nothing's really going according to plan this week. But I feel bad for Ed for having to. He just sent me some messages about this and how it's going, and how he's he's only going to be able to wrestle with it so much, and he shouldn't have to at all. So I don't know. This deal could unwind very easily, but it's too early to tell. Again, sorry to Ed for having to deal with something that should have just gone smoothly. Oh wow, Mary, that's crazy. I don't know. Big Boys PV. I hope everything works out, but I feel, I hope Ed doesn't have to deal with any more stress, but I don't know what the hell I'm going to do anyway. Right now, I got to make a lot of money tonight. I got to make a whole lot of money tonight, and then again tomorrow, and then the day after that, and I still might come up short, and that's because of the lack of the YouTube paycheck, which was kind of like the final straw. And I wrestled with them again this morning. I actually spoke to 2 different people on the phone and got to explain the whole situation. And look, I tried, and this isn't my fault. And is there anything you can do? Please send me this money. I'm kind of, like, my health is not perfect, let's say, and I'm kind of limited and bound by some things. And nothing was going to make a difference. Nothing is going to get me that money before next month. Now the next month payout between the 21st and the 26th, and that's kind of a big deal. But what are you gonna do? Now that is a good question, Halibut, but he just sent me the emails and stuff, the communications back and forth through, with Highboy support, and he clearly bought the scooter, and it doesn't, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be in their system, but there are a lot of different. You see right here, payment. You have a lot of different options there, different ways to pay, and PayPal and Affirm and Shop Pay and stuff like that. So maybe whatever form of payment he used at the time, I don't know, something prevented it from reaching. One of the lights went out. Something prevented it from reaching Highboy after the order was made. I don't know, my brain doesn't work today. Not that it ever works very well anyway, but I'm just really tired and out of it, and I don't want to go out tonight, and I'm kind of worried that it's not going to be a whole lot better than last night, and I don't know what else to do. I mean, like I said, I don't have any more of these lights coming until at least next week, so I can't start selling any of those really until they get here. And yeah, so I mean, I'm just kind of down no inventory online. I don't really have a choice but to go out on a scooter and try to make that money that I should have got from YouTube. But I'm tired and I don't feel like it. And it's windy. Yeah, I hope so, halibut, and I feel bad for Ed for having to deal with all of this when it should have just gone smoothly. But yeah, hopefully Highboy can get it sorted out. I mean, they've been building a fairly solid reputation for themselves, and they wouldn't want to do anything to screw that up, I'm sure. But again, sorry to Ed for having to deal with this, but hopefully it works out in a way that works for everybody. I don't know. What time is it? It's only 5:17. I should be going out now, but the sun's still really bright. It did get kind of hot today. 91 or 92 downtown. A little warm for this time of year. I'll let it cool off a little bit. Probably go out around 6 or a few minutes after. I gotta plug this phone in. Anyway, the scooter's all ready to go. The power bank's ready to go. I should be able to be out for a while, and hopefully it's got to be quite a bit better tonight than it was last night. It can't be all $2, $3, $4 tonight, or I'm really in a lot of trouble. So fingers crossed for a good night, guys. Hopefully I don't see you until afterwards. I'm sure dinner rush usually ends around 8:30, and it doesn't start up again. It doesn't start to get busy again, as you noticed last night if you tuned in. Yeah, still 91. It's still a little bit hot out. So I'm gonna wait. It's supposed to be in the 80s by 6 o'clock, they were saying. So I'm gonna give it a little more time, and then I'm gonna go out on the scooter. Try to spend as much time as I can. My power bank is charged up. My scooter is charged up. I'm gonna get as much air in the tires as I can and hope that it lasts as long as possible. And this thing is on its last legs. Well, at least as far as the front tire and brakes go, but hopefully I can keep it going for a little while. Yeah. No, thanks, Matt. No, everybody, like locals, all seem to be in the same boat. Nobody can afford to do the things that we all used to do anymore. And this has been happening for a while, and too many of us are out trying to make extra money now to, still try and do some of the things that we like to do and still pay all the bills and everything else. So I see, even the guy that owns, or he's like the brother of the owner of some of the 7-Elevens around here. Owner, let me make this very clear. He's the owner of several 7-Elevens, or the brother, or the nephew, or something. And he's got an Uber driver sticker in his car. This guy owns convenience stores, and he's still got to have a side hustle. So, that's life these days, I guess. Yeah, that sucks, Matt. I actually talked to two different people on the phone today. There was an option today to have them call me, and I talked to one person and then a supervisor, but it's frustrating to not get money that you're owed, especially when that's like, I figured that was going to be a sure thing 'cause it's, Google and YouTube and stuff. And I was inputting accurate, correct information, and their system just wasn't allowing it to work. So, now I'm out that 438 bucks that I was expecting to have yesterday, and I'm not going to get it until at least next month. But I'm going to get all the money that I'm owed up to this point next month, as I'm told. But that's only supposing I'm still, like, I don't know if I'm going to make it until then. but we'll see. No, I know what you mean, Fro, and it does make sense, but usually I've found when I take, especially with Uber Eats, if I take any of these $3 or $4 orders, that's what they'll just keep giving me. And with DoorDash, if you want to get better orders than that, you have to have a 70% acceptance rate, which in the Las Vegas market right now is just impossible. If you have an acceptance rate of 70% on DoorDash in Las Vegas right now, you're just covering costs basically. Uh, so it's I don't know. Like it all depends. It's all pretty random fro for the most part. Like I mean they have to just throw out a certain amount of orders to everybody who's logged in. But with DoorDash, if you're a real suck up, you will get better orders. But I have a 2% acceptance rate with DoorDash. That's a long way from 70%, so they're not going to send me any of those orders with the little diamond next to it that say, this is a good order and you're lucky to get one of these. That's not going to happen to me. No, yeah, I know. I've been hearing a lot of things from a lot of people about, especially from recently monetized YouTubers, myself, Matthew Ross, a couple other people I'm hearing about have been experiencing basically the same problem. So, if you get a flat tire on the S2 Max, is it hard to change the tire? If you have the new, you're getting the new one with the wheels that split, so you can take the wheels apart, so it's much easier to change the tires, and it's surprisingly easy to get the wheels off, both front and rear. Um, so it is really hard to change tires on the one that I have with the wheels that don't split, but the one that you're getting, it should be the one that comes with extra inner tubes and has the wheels that split. And if you ever get a flat tire, you will get a flat tire eventually. But keep proper air pressure, and I recommend putting slime in the tires too, that green stuff that you squeeze in there. And then you go out and ride it so it coats all the inside and stuff. I do that to mine, and it is better to do that, I've found. Some people say no, it's not, and you just need good tire pressure and your tires will last forever. But I still think slime is a good way to get your tires to last a while. Hey, Brandon, what's going on? No, I'm sure, like, especially using a car, Brandon. But if I do the earn by time here, and I have, they'll hit me with like a 13.4 mile order or something right off the bat. Which, I'm still earning by time, but I'm on an electric scooter with limited range. So, yeah, there are definitely advantages in a lot of cases, in a lot of markets, to using the earn by time. And I know a lot of people use it here, people with cars. Um, so, yeah, I don't know. All the DoorDash offers I get, though, are so far lately, it seems. Like the shortest one I got last night was like 5.8 miles or something, DoorDash offer, and that's too far. Oh yeah, that's right. The address verification. My address verification went very well, Matt. It came quickly and I was able to do it. But now I tried two different bank accounts and their system won't allow me to successfully add or verify. Like one of them, it let me add, but it wouldn't verify it, so I couldn't get paid out this time, which is the end of the world for me, basically. But it is frustrating, and they should be a little more on the ball about this. I know we're eventually going to get paid, Matt. I mean, they can't just hold this money from us. It's our money. It's kind of like a contractual obligation on their part. But it sure is frustrating not to have it, especially when I'm a couple of days away from really needing it. And now I don't have it. So I know. Hopefully it all gets sorted out for you and I and everybody else that's dealing with this right now, Matt. Ted, what's going on? No, still, I'm not. I found out today, actually, Ted, that I actually got to talk to two different people at a foreign call center for the Google. Um, and a regular, call center operator who's as nice and helpful as she could have been, and thank you to her. And there, her hands are tied, and there's only so much that she can do. And I talked to the supervisor, who was also very nice, and the same thing. But the supervisor basically confirmed that at this point, they have to escalate it to a different department and then wait a couple of days for that to get sorted out. So at this point, there's a 0% chance that I'm going to get my YouTube paycheck before the end of the week, and that is a catastrophe for me. I'm very worried about this, and it's not cool that they would allow this to happen. Matt Ross knows what I'm talking about. I'll check the email again here. Uh-oh. Why is that email page gone? It just sent me another thing saying check the email. But I don't have that email up on my screen right now. I don't know where it went. It was up there. So I'm going to have to check that in a few minutes. The off chance that Ed is watching this live stream right now. I don't think he is, but I just got a text message. There's probably some kind of update. I would imagine the issue has been resolved, but I don't know yet. I'm going to have to catch up with you guys on that information later this evening. Hopefully later than sooner, because if it is later that I go on and live stream, then that means I'm getting deliveries, which is a pretty desperate situation now that I'm not getting that YouTube paycheck. I mean, I could take a lot more deliveries than I'm going to get and still come up short of where I'm going to need to be on Friday. But it's not Friday morning yet, but it sure feels like it's getting here faster than I would like it to. Let me see. So 49 DoorDash is apparently trying to That's weird. Wow, that sucks. Does it come with slime, Dario? No. It doesn't come with slime, but you can get it at Walmart or auto parts stores. There's a 2-in-1, like, it's gonna have the inner tubes, so you want the 2-in-1 slime that does like inner tube tires and tubeless tires, and it works pretty well. I use it myself. It's the only thing kind of keeping air in my front tire right now, to some degree. I mean, it would just go flat without the slime in it. So I do recommend it, and it's not very expensive. Yeah, and then, of course, Brandon, Slow 49, it's always DoorDash. DoorDash really can't get it together, and I know I've been dealing with DoorDash for 7 years now, and it's still a shit show, and that's being very polite about it. The newer S2 Maxes do have split rims. Big Boy Stevie. My other friend Chris that rides an S2 Max has the second generation with the split rims, and we actually changed his front tire over here at Casa de Sincloth. So now I know how to change a front tire on a Highboy S2 Max with a split wheel. But yeah, the second generation S2 Max does have split wheels. and comes with extra inner tubes. But my S2 Max, and probably yours too, Big Boys PEV, have solid rims, which makes it a nightmare to change tubeless tires. But thank God they took care of that. No, you don't have to take the tires off or anything to put the slime in. You have to take the valve stem core out, which they give you a little tool for with the slime, and they show you how to do it. It's just this little thing, and you twist the little valve stem core out, and then all the air comes out of the tire. Then you put the clear tube over your valve stem, squirt a bunch of the green goo in there. You do that front and rear, and then you take the scooter out and ride it for like at least a half a mile so that the slime gets all over the inside there. Uh-oh, looks like Ed's trying to get a hold of me about something. But anyway, it's a pretty easy process. No, you don't have to take the tires off unless you have to repair them, but you're less likely to have to repair them if they have the slime in them, and you don't need to take them off to put the slime in them. It's pretty easy. Hold on a minute, guys. I gotta pull something up. Give me a second here. I gotta see what, oh, there. Hey. Oh, you got it, Ed. Thank you, thank you. That's awesome. You guys are hearing the news first right here. Shout out, Ed. Appreciate you, buddy. I'm sorry that you had to go through the trouble. I've never experienced anything like that myself, and I've always had pretty good experiences with the Highboy company. But yeah, I guess I'll check it out, and I was gonna do that right after this, and let's see. Salt Lake City Snow Bunny, what's up? Good to see you, Robert. Everybody. Here we go, I guess. So, yeah, again, thank you, Ed. I'll check the email here in a minute. I don't have it pulled up on the screen right now. I'll have to get in there. It's on a different account. So I'll check that out. I know you're right, Brandon. So anyway. Yeah, that is a good question. Vegas one. James, what's going on? James, good to have you here. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna go out later. I have to go out in a few minutes and do some food delivery. I don't feel like it, and it's gotta be better than last night. God, I hope it's better than last night. Uh-oh. I scheduled a dash for 6 o'clock. I'm scheduled to start, but whatever. I never get any DoorDash orders anyway. But I scheduled a dash just in case. We'll see how it goes. Oh shit, Brandon. I'll try to catch some of it maybe if I can while I'm out. If I get any breaks in deliveries, I'll try to catch your live. Slow 49. Dario, you won't get extra tires. You'll get extra inner tubes. It should come with a front one and a back one, and they're specific to the front and the back. So you're not supposed to use one for the other, and vice versa. But it comes with extra inner tubes, and they're pretty common. You can find them a lot of places to buy, like Amazon and stuff. if you ever need more. But if you use the slime and you keep an eye on your tire pressure, watch what you're riding over too, um, and you'll probably be all right. Oh, the back one doesn't split? I thought the back one split. Big Boy's PEV, or just one of the, like, one side the ring comes off. Like, mine doesn't have that, obviously, but somebody was even saying it's like the Highboy Max Pro back rim where just like one side the ring pops off. I don't know. Hey, what's going on? Captain, everybody. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here. Steve. Oh, shoot. Hell yeah. Slow 49 got us 100 subs. Shout out, buddy. Congratulations. That's our boy, Slow 49. He's climbing the ladder. And his brand is really going to explode once he gets everything ready and goes off on his ride. Dario, I used to thrash this scooter as hard as I can, the Highboy S2 Max, for thousands of miles. And I got a pinch flat in the back tire, probably around 3,000 miles. And that was an ordeal to fix, because I don't have the split wheel. So I had to take it to a car tire shop, an auto repair shop, and have them bore a bigger hole and put a car valve stem in it and then make it a tubeless tire, which you can only do on the back tire of the one-piece Highboy S2 Max rear motor and wheel assembly. So yeah, that was a bit of an ordeal, but so my back tire went flat once. I made it tubeless and it's been fine ever since. And now the front tire just started going flat like a couple of weeks ago, but it's got the slime in it, so I can still get it to kind of hold air. But that's after thousands of miles. I had one in the back and one in the front. Well over 6,000 miles now. That was old man Sincloth calling the Sincloth 702 hotline. I'm gonna have to call him back in a minute. And then I have to get ready and go out and do I gotta do that horrible thing that I really hate to go out and do, that I made $3 for last night in 4 hours. Whew, it's okay, Serenity now. Deep breaths. Yeah, Dario, just take care of your scooter. Keep an eye on your air pressure. Make sure your tires are full. Don't run over anything sharp or shiny, and you should be all right. Don't launch it off of curbs. Don't hit anything like head on, like a curb that's sticking out or something, or it can pinch the side tubes. But you'll figure it out. It was my first scooter ever too. The Highboy S2 Max is my first ever electric scooter as well. Yeah, no, for sure. Big Boy's PEV. And again, thanks, Ed, for getting the Highboy situation sorted out. And I am sorry that there was a Highboy situation. So I guess there's going to be an S2R Plus on the way. And thank you again, Ed. Much more to come about that. I'll have a lot to tell you guys about that and reasons for it and such. And that's pretty good, Big Boy's PEV. Yeah, if you don't ride them too hard, you don't thrash them too hard, sometimes even if you do, and I did, and it still held up pretty well. I'd launch the thing off of curbs. all the time. But yeah, you know, air-filled tires are going to go flat at some point or another, but they do ride a lot better, I think. Some people say it's still worth it to have solid tires because you never have to worry about it ever, but the difference in ride is like night and day. Not that it's particularly bad or anything with a lot of the solid tire ones, but you definitely feel every little bump and vibration and stuff with the solid tires. Oh, my Cash App. It's in the description page of my, the description section on my YouTube page, the about, whatever. I don't know the link off the top of my head, but, appreciate it if you do, but never necessary. But thank you. I need to make a lot of money tonight, so thanks. Thanks to anybody for any, recently there's been some Cash Apps and PayPals and stuff, and I appreciate you guys very much. I wouldn't have made it this far without you. It sure would have been nice to have that YouTube paycheck this week, but it'd be nice to get it next month at this time too. It'd be nicer because it'd be like $800 by then. Uh, but it's like the having to wait until then is going to be a problem. It's going to be really tight for at least the next week or two. So thanks to everybody who's been helping out a little bit. And I'm sorry that I need it. I'm sorry that I'm, in the situation that I'm in right now. But thanks to everybody who's come to my rescue. I appreciate it very much. But I'm trying for it not to be necessary. But, like there shouldn't have been any issues with this Highboy scooter order. There shouldn't be any issues with getting my YouTube money, or for Matt Ross, who's having the same, well, a different version of a similar issue. So, let's see. No, you're probably right, Big Boys P. Really good ride. Except the tubeless ones that have tubes, I think, are better. Because, like, on the Max Pro, when the tube popped, that's it. The tire's flat, and there's nothing you can do. But on the S2 Max, the sidewalls are so strong that you can still ride it. Uh-oh. Yeah, Slow 49's going on Vegas Low Roller again. He's on TV commercials around here. I remember it's probably at least a year ago now when I saw that for the first time. I was like, wait a minute. He sure turned into something. Dario, I think so. Um, it's the only scooter that I kept out of all the ones that I had, because of how usable it, and just how all around of a good scooter it is. Just got a notification from Slow 49. So I guess he's going to be live soon. I have to check up on stuff. I have to call my dad back and, chat with him for a minute. And then I have to check on these emails from Ed again. Thank you, Ed, for everything with the, this whole Highboy scooter situation, and more details for that, about that for you guys here soon, and how all this came to be. And, I don't know. You guys will get the whole story, but thank you again, Ed, if you're still here. And I'll go check on that. And I'm going to be back tonight. Hopefully late, I guess. I mean, like, I don't want to keep you guys up too late or anything like that, but if you don't see me until later, that means that I've probably made at least a little bit of money, which is kind of like, it's got to be more than a little bit of money tonight. It's got to be a lot more than a little bit of money tonight. So fingers crossed, guys. Think happy thoughts. I got to get out on the old, worn-out Highboy S2 Max with a leaky front tire and make it happen. So I got to charge my phone back up now so I can do that. My power bank's all ready to go. The scooter is charged up. I need to put air in the tires. Hey, what's going on? Good to see you. Getting ready to head out, but thank you for checking in on the secret meeting. And if you have time later, we're going to be out. I'm going to go out and do some food delivery. Hopefully, food delivery this time, actually, on the scooter. It's got to be a lot better tonight. God, let it be so much better than last night, because last night was one of the worst, food delivery experiences I've ever had. A miracle happened overnight. It did not yet for me. I need a miracle by Friday morning, but hopefully it'll happen. Hey, Jesse. Everybody, good to see you. My day will be going a lot better in a few minutes if I can get out and get some good deliveries on my scooter. But updates, I think the S2R Plus is coming now. We just heard from Ed in the chat. Thank you again, Ed, for dealing with that. I'm gonna go check on that in a little bit. I'm gonna give you guys some updates in the later live stream. So fingers crossed that I get some deliveries tonight, guys, or it's not gonna end well. I have until Friday morning at 11:59 a.m. to do a lot better than I'm doing. How much of a miracle? I don't know. I need a pretty big one myself because I didn't get my YouTube paycheck like I was supposed to this week to the tune of $438, and I can't just not have that in the budget. It left me in a terrible spot, and I'm a little bit angry with YouTube. Well, I'm a lot angry with YouTube for that right now. Matt Ross can relate. Doesn't seem to be going well for recently monetized YouTubers right now, but everybody, thank you, everybody, yeah. Thoughts and prayers. I gotta get some good deliveries tonight. I gotta get some $10 and $12 stuff. But I'm definitely gonna check in with you guys later. So, happy thoughts about at least $100 night on one worn out electric scooter battery charge in Las Vegas on a Tuesday. So I check on a few things. Got to call my dad back. Got to see what's going on with the emails from Ed. Looks like we're getting one of those though. S2R Plus. Looks like that worked out. And thanks again to Ed and everybody else. Hey, Ernesto, everybody. So yeah, come back later if you get the time. I'm not sure when I'm going to be live again. Sometime tonight. I'm going to be out for, I don't know, maybe until about the time I was last night. We'll see how it goes. I'm getting a little bit of an earlier start tonight. So, thank you, Big Boys PEV. Don't stay up too late, buddy, but yeah, I'll try to get on to where, many of you on the East Coast don't have to, yeah, it doesn't have to be the middle of the night. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, fingers crossed for lots of $10 and $12 deliveries, stuff like that. I got a long way to go by Friday morning, so fingers crossed. Put all the pieces together, call my dad, check the emails, pump up the scooter tires, and off we go. So, well, thank you, Big Boys PEV. Fingers crossed and happy thoughts, because I'm going to go out and give it my best. I'm not even going to try to live stream for a while. I'm going to stay logged in to Uber Eats and DoorDash and just take anything that makes even kind of sense. So we'll see how it turns out, and I will catch up with you guys later. There will be some scooter riding and live streaming. So until then, take care of yourselves. Thanks for hanging out, guys, and I'll see you in a little while.